for one thing, the Pakistan community, when you go to school, they do O-levels and A-levels and degree courses. They study in English. Yeah. What country in the world studies to level 4 and level 5 in a foreign language? I mean, we certainly don't. The Americans don't. All of Europe doesn't. They study in their own language. Have you any idea how amazing that really is? I'm not talking to John here. I'm talking to everyone else, really, because we know how amazing it is. But have you got any concept of how amazing that simple fact is? Any thoughts?
Pakistan's a very young nation. And as you say, it's educated itself amongst the educated elite in the English language, which they speak beautifully. Often, I much prefer speaking to a Pakistani educated English-speaking person than to the English, because I better get a better quality of conversation and a better use of grammar and syntax. It's amazing. So in many ways, much of what I know about English literature, I learned from my Pakistani and Indian friends. It's amazing. So I'm the beneficiary, this English-speaking person, of those who've learned their studies through English, and they've shared it with me. So that's added to my depth of knowledge and interest as well. So it's an amazing thing. What is to be revealed in Urdu? I have no idea. What sciences, what ideas, what visions, what possibilities, once they start speaking in that language about the future. Maybe they do, I don't know.
I just add up a supplementary question to what Mr. Neville asked. Yes, in Pakistan, Mr. Hillbery, English proficiency and English medium schools, this is all absolutely, and there's a great advantage that we are producing a very professional fleet of educated people who can, very well converse in English. But equally, this has caused, I don't know what sort of damage, but there is a sense of inferiority for those who are not well versed in speaking English. And this is sort of being taken as a disadvantage for them to come in the society and compete and build that level of confidence. And it comes down all back to their attitude. And that's where even Neville and I are working with few young Pakistanis and improving their proficiency, not just as a spoken English, but to get rid of that inferiority. If you can't speak because you're reading English, you're writing English, but even if you're not able to speak it well in the public, that doesn't mean that you're inferior to others. Now, coming back to your experience, you as from Portugal, starting at the age of 14 in Swedish, in the CN, turning out to be a director of communication in American band. Tell us what these youngsters need to learn. What would you say to these youths, people who are suffering from this inferiority that we are not well spoken, in English?
It's a very, very profound question. As far as the young individual is concerned who has a lack of confidence because in speaking English it's not sufficient, I think one has to insist eventually on the superiority of the indigenous language. And I think English should become the second language in Pakistan over time. And you must increase and utilize the beauty of the language to reveal yourself. And one should never feel inadequate. And one can only overcome that by becoming what you are and where you are. And if you're in Pakistan, you have to become fully Pakistani and fully part of your culture. The English American culture is the foreign one. It'll enable you to do other things. But education has to be changed in many, many ways for all of us. That's the future. This is the beginning. Identify who you are, what you are, and express it in your own language, first of all.
Very well.